So, Martin, when we talk about a leaky gut, what are we actually referring to?
So, in the lining of the small intestine, there are little villi. Visualize them something like this. They are sort of like blades of grass growing on dirt. If you cut the lawn too short, you will start seeing open dirt. And so, as you walk barefoot on a muddy, freshly rained upon or freshly watered terrain, you're going to get muddy if the grass is too short. If the grass is nice and long, it will mat correctly and it will not let you touch the dirt. In this particular metaphor, what we have here is this. The absorption layer is on the surface of these villi, and they are covered with a single cell thick little covering. And if you are introducing things that are hostile to it, and for example, one of the hostile things is gluten, it will punch holes in it. In a nice, healthy immune system, this will get repaired overnight. But if you don't have full capacity, these holes will stay, and what is going to develop are holes in this fabric. So all of a sudden, there's an opening. And now, through this opening, things that shouldn't have gotten through, because only fully digested, fully decomposed, only amino acids and minerals are supposed to get through into the bloodstream. But now larger chunks will get through, which will be clumps of amino acids, protein snippets. And all of a sudden you have something that's looking like chicken, or at least pieces of protein coming through. And as it goes through, your immune system now identifies this as not me, which that means that has to get attacked. And as it tries to attack it, it looks a little bit like you, and autoimmune problems can develop through this process. So good solid mucosal barrier, which is this covering of these villi, and solid size of these villi and good protection is critical. So you ask, what is the leaky gut? Leaky gut is when this process is failing. We now have permeable bowel. We now have, instead of full protection, we have partial protection, and things are getting through.
And then our body attacks these things, gets confused, and could end up attacking other parts of our body that it thinks is not us, but actually is us. And that's why we have chronic inflammation or arthritis going on.
Right. So, for example, you can have a piece of protein that looks like maybe your thyroid, and all of a sudden your immune system, in trying to chase this protein, is also going to attack your thyroid, and you will have a thyroid problem. Or it will attack something that looks like your joint, and all of a sudden you're developing arthritis. 1,000 different ways this can go wrong.
So this is a good example of one problem in the body, but the symptoms of it could be in the hundreds, if not thousands.
Right. Yes, you could have anything ranging from allergies, fatigue, high blood pressure, joint pain, migraine. Any one of those things can be triggered by issues at the gut level. And the most common problems causing this are dietary. It's because this is in your gut, because this is stuff you eat. As we talked about earlier, genetically modified foods that are sprayed with herbicides are triggering this. You might want to know that one of the pesticides works on the principle of blowing up the gut of the bugs that it's trying to kill. If it gets into your body, even in trace amounts, you will end up blowing up your gut in microscopic ways. And soon enough, there will be enough tiny little holes that it will add up to enough.